Welcome back to youtube.com/Geek Aloud. Today we're looking at AFL 23 on the PlayStation 5. Newly released in Australia. For those that aren't aware of what AFL is, it's the, I guess, unique game for Australia. Played in most of the southern states of Australia, and probably, arguably the biggest sport in the country. Fairly unique game. It sort of borrows different combinations of, I guess, soccer to some degree. Rugby, Gaelic football in Ireland, but it is entirely a unique game. It can be a bit strange for people when they're, first having a look at it to sort of get their head around the rules and the way it all sort of works. But we'll see how we go with this AFL 23. And if you want our thoughts on the game, make sure you jump into youtube.com/Geek Aloud, this very channel here for the Gaming Enforcement Agency. That's myself, Troy, and Unky Dunky, where each week at 8 o'clock Thursday nights Australian time, we throw up the podcast and discuss the games we've been playing, the news and upcoming game releases, along with the standoff. And while we're running through that, we also throw in our audience integration as well, run through the comments on the live YouTube chat that we can as we're going. And while we're doing that, we also, at the end of it, anything we can't integrate into the game itself, we will wrap up towards the end. So we'll have a look here, AFL 23. We'll jump in and do a bit of an exhibition match. I'm a Geelong Cats fan, so we'll go with them. The premiers from last year, for those that don't follow the sport. Now, I did hear a little bit of buzz on social media. There might have been a few bugs, etc., in the game that were causing some crashes, and there was one or two modes. I think there was a pro mode or something similar to that, which was supposed to be included at launch, which I don't believe is at this stage, but hopefully that will at some point come out with another patch that'll get included, and the bugs will be ironed out as well. So we'll have a look. I might just jump in, seeing this is the first match we've had a look at, and go into the controls, view controls. So we've got sprint is R2, kick for goal circle, pass kick, cross, handball. That's when you've got the ball, and then when you don't have the ball, you've got advanced set shot controls, loose ball controls. Mark is there, and defending controls, tackle is triangle. So we'll give it a go and see how we go.
McInerney wins the first tap. It's no place for the faint-hearted. Gets his hands on it early. Good for the
oh, this isn't starting out well at all, because
it's a goal.
I've just had a goal kicked against me, so there you go.
The Lions are off to the ideal start. McInerney punches it out of the ruck. He's besieged. Smith can run and carry. They're a big chance here. Rowan.
That's a bit
big
open.
play.
Now I didn't actually.
He's off. Bangs it long.
He'd like to have that one back.
The Lions showing some good signs.
I thought there would have been a
Centimetre perfect.
way to do a sort of set shot, but
McInerney takes a beauty. Gardner. What's he
doesn't
got
appear to be
on?
the case.
Starcevic has found some space. Normally delivers. It's come unstuck.
You sort of pick where you want to
Sees
kick it, but
something he likes. Kicks to half forward. Outbodies his
there we
opponent.
go.
And took a ripper. He's made a hot start to this match. Stengel is hard to beat one-on-one.
So I've got the mark there. I just wonder how you go into the settings again, have a look at the controls, and see how we do attacking. Precision disposal modifier, that's not what we want. Goal kick, enter set shot. So circle, I think, would be the. There we go.
Level it up here with a good kick.
So we've got where we want to kick it.
Drop punt, and he has put it away.
There we go. And there we go. I guess that's how. Have a look at that. Kick a goal. It's pretty easy trophy to unlock, I would have thought.
The big men fly. They've got good chemistry, those two. Gunston takes the hand pass. Hughes wins the contest.
And the only thing is, I reckon you might want to sort of have a look at, I guess, some of the camera controls down the track, because it's pretty far away. It makes it a bit hard to actually see where your players are at, and certainly where the ball is.
He got there first, and he might have their second in a moment.
Towards full forward. Hawkins gets to the front spot.
That was great use of the body. He's so hard to beat in those situations.
Kicks it goal, and that's travelling straight over the goal line.
There we go, goal number 2.
It gives everyone a shot of
So we're off to a bit of a start there.
Good match so far. Dunkley, can he get it out? Met solidly, takes the logical option. Knew the tackle was coming. Great tackling technique there. McInerney wins it down. Plenty of heat in this game. Delivers to centre half forward. Gunston, strong grab.
So the other thing, they've got to work out how to actually change players, which...
Picking their way through. You can't question his commitment. He's going for home, and why wouldn't he with a finish like that?
It doesn't matter who you are. It's always good to get an early one on the ball.
Back to where we started. Scores level. Berry has some attention to deal with. This is promising. Delivers it inside 50. That's wasteful. The Lions forcing them out wide. Close. Great body work. Probing ball. Cameron marks it centre half forward. Blitzars running in support.
Yeah.
He's so good in close.
It's mildly ridiculous.
Clean pickup. Going at his first, and he's got it.
I feel better now they're in front and getting some reward on the scoreboard.
The Cats restore their one-goal buffer. McInerney wins it down. Dunkley, they'll need to limit his influence. Knew where the help was. Good build-up. Doesn't often waste it.
So I guess just sort of the initial impressions playing through it, the controls feel a little bit floaty, to be honest. Doesn't really feel overly convincing, but I wonder if that's just... If we go to the settings and maybe have a look at the cameras, so side normal, side close, we'll try that and see if that makes any difference. The only problem is going to be, the closer you are, the harder it is to see, I guess, downfield, and then you get a bit more movement like that, so you don't actually know who you're kicking it to, or it makes it a bit harder to who you're kicking it to.
His vision was excellent. Throws it on the boot. Home wins it back. Great mark. Bit of a nothing kick. Stanley is cool under pressure. Look at him go. He's completely
Kick it out of bounds.
That's what they call a good old-fashioned clanger.
Delivers a long ball. Smith takes an excellent grab.
Oh, so here we go with
If
this.
he can nail this first shot at goal, he might just be in for a big day.
It's a big kick. Is it big enough? Hawkins commands the footy. He's already got one. Now he's got two.
Yeah, so I suppose that's the thing with the controls. You know, it's such a different game, or a different sports game to play, I guess, is probably the best way to describe it, because it's not... You've got so many different aspects to it that it can sometimes... And this has been, exactly the problem in the past, is that they've had... that's probably been the biggest issue with previous games, is trying to get the control scheme and the control system down.
That's an impressive mark. By hand, they've put themselves under pressure. Close. Swoops.
To be something that sort of ends up being fluid, but
Hawkins has a way of drawing the footy.
This to make a good start.
whether it's just a matter of getting used to the control scheme, I guess, is...
Struck it well. No problems there.
And how it sort of works, because each of the previous games has been that sort of thing where you've got to really
They've been slow out of the blocks.
work out the design system of the game, or some of the mechanics of the game is probably the best way to describe it, in terms of,
Gunston, what
you
can
know,
he do with it?
how you
The Cats with the pass start.
move forward and the best way to dispose of it and that sort of stuff. And there's always, I've always found with the some of the previous games, there's generally, and hopefully it doesn't become the case here, you generally find that there'll be some sort of mechanic that makes it, once you start exploiting it, becomes the game becomes exceptionally easy. To the point where it's, almost becomes too easy, and it doesn't matter sort of what level you have it at, it just becomes too easy because of the particular mechanic that you're actually exploiting. So we'll see how we go as we continue to play. But that's also one of the things that you notice is you see, so the team I'm playing, Geelong, which is the blue and white team, it can sometimes be that little thing of where your player is and which way they're actually moving can then present problems, because if you think you're sort of moving towards the ball, like that one, I've pushed down on the stick down towards the open player there to handball, but he's just handballed it in the opposite direction. So that, and I've noticed it a couple of times when you sort of push to a direction that you want to run in, but you don't necessarily do it. Like there's almost a turning circle for the player, so you've got to. So it makes it, it can make it a little bit difficult, because you think, you can't just pivot on the spot and change direction. You've got to, it's probably the best way to describe it. It's trying to do a U-turn in a semi-trailer. Like it just doesn't work. So again, whether that's just a matter of trying to work out the systems and getting a bit more used to it, but that'll be interesting to see as you sort of progress and keep playing. Well, so there, I don't know how that has ended up going that way.
Their ball movement has been impressive. Home can just about go all the way. He's in the clear, so he'll have a bounce. I think that's going to come up short. It's a goal.
There we go. That was a bit better, but as I said, I don't know how, you're facing towards to try and kick a goal, and it's basically kicked it over your head.
Two big men do battle. Neil, Jackson, Berry, Tui, chops it off. Navigated the traffic.
And again, see, you had one player running a certain direction. And I guess that's the other thing, is that I've noticed a couple of times when my player picks up the ball that, as I said before about the difference in the difference in trying to learn the mechanics and sort of work through that, is that, a couple of times I've noticed there, and we'll see if we can pick it up again, is that one of your players will get the ball and the opposition almost runs away from him. Again, I don't know whether that's just the sort of skill level that the game's set at, or whether that's a bug, I guess, is probably the best way to describe it, whether that's something that needs to be fixed going forward. And again, I don't know. That should have gone straight through. I don't know how that's gone sideways almost. Again, I suppose we'll...
He's hit up the lead. He's kicked it the wrong way. Andrews with a chance to relieve the pressure. Sweeping handball. Rich, normally creative, tumbles a punt towards the boundary line. The Lions are out of trouble. Onto the non-preferred. Guthrie picks off the pass. Breaks the line.
So that you got the opposition players just standing there, which is bizarre. And then that handball that went nowhere near. And again, so the players just run past you. So this is, yeah, the AI. They're going to have to go back to work on that, I would have thought, and put a bit of effort into it, because.
Leading by example. Can they work this ball out of defence? fighting tooth and nail not to give up.
The AI is extremely lacking.
McCluggage in the right spot, and they're away. Coleman.
And we'll talk about the mechanics. So it seems like if you can pick the ball up and
No wonder coaches go.
so you can see there, you just end up running around him. That player there is just standing there, standing still. So this is, you know, like bizarre. Another one. So I've just run straight past him.
Just needs an accurate kick.
You got the opposition again. The opposition player standing there,
Open goal, Beckett.
and I'm just standing there. You know, basically.
He's got it.
And there's no one coming near. So this is pretty ordinary, I have to say, in terms of the AI. You know, again, being a massive AFL football fan, I was really excited about this, but this is, you know, we haven't even played half of the game, and it's just become, and I hate to say it, glaringly obvious, but this isn't in any way, shape or form, in my opinion, to be released. This is, I wouldn't go so far as to say it's unplayable, but, you know, maybe if you're playing online or playing against another player, it might be different because you wouldn't find yourself with the AI that's basically running in the opposite direction. So we'll try it again. So we literally just ran around one player.
He's run too far. The Cardinals sin.
Oh, I didn't bounce it,
They cannot keep him quiet.
which is bizarre because I did it automatically the last couple of times. But we'll try it again. We'll get the ball back. Although, we'll see, I might not have enough time before half time because the siren is about to go. And again, my players are standing there as he waltzing in and has a kick at goal. So, as I said, pretty disappointing all up. The AI is clearly not up to scratch. Some of the control systems not up to scratch. So there we go. As we, you know, we played half a game there. We've, you know, I suppose, you know, 15 minutes of gameplay there. Would I recommend it? Not in its current state, I'll tell you that right now. As I mentioned a couple of times, AI is an issue. You know, graphics-wise, as I mentioned at the start, it's a small studio. You're not expecting massive sales if it's an Australian-only game. Therefore, you've got to tape your expectations a little bit as to, I guess, the polish and the graphical quality in that respect. But the gameplay should be there or thereabouts, and you know, clearly, as we've shown on multiple occasions, the AI has issues. The control schemes, there's issues in that respect. Hopefully, they can get around to patching it and work through those issues. But I guess time will tell on that one, and we'll see how we go. But recommend to buy it on release? No. Wait and see if they patch it, and we'll see how we go. So that's another Let's Play from Geek Aloud. What else can you do with the channel? Like it, subscribe it, you'll never miss it.
Oh, that was luck. Hey, that's something.
Old Uncle Donkey. Gee, Donkey.